I just shared from my experiences of dealing with both sides. I've heard men and I've heard women on many dispositions of why they wanted a family. I've heard men and women just because they grew up in good, tight knit families. Like, I want a family just like the family I grew up in, and want to go and do it. And then I know some that come from the tight knit family and just don't want to do it at all because they was like, I don't want to be bothered with personalities every day. So again, I said, I think that's just a personal rendition. And I think for men, can it be affected because of the way that you grew up in? I think it can be affected in both ways. I think that I've seen boys who've come out of bad families and wanted their own good family. I've seen them come out of bad families, don't want no affiliation.
And just adding on to what he just said, a lot of people want it because it's something that they never had.
Yep.
You know, so that plays a part as well.
Is there anything you want to add? Because we're actually on the end of the note of family.
I think on a personal note, it's something that I've always thought about, right? But the reality of how to was lost because of, the way that, my family's disposition was, right? There's so many questions when you come from broken homes. You want to know what's going on, who, and why things didn't work. And as a child, you will always long for that family that never was, right? And this can affect your perception of family. Now, as a grown man, in being in a few relationships and having families, it's the reality is this, that, love is not for the weak. Love is work. Right? It rewards you for your work. But if you're lazy in your relationship, in your building of your family, you will get out exactly what you put in. Now, that being said, we also have to realize that we are extremely damaged people, which means that if our relationships are going to work going forward, we have to realize that we have a lot of healing and a lot of listening and a lot of growth that has to happen in order for our relationships to be able to turn a corner as a community. And that's just the way I feel. Like, the reality is everybody romanticizes what a family should be,
but not willing to put that effort.
Instead of actually looking at what the reality of family consists of, right? You want a partnership that produces a healthy foundation for you all to bring new life into this world, if you choose to do that, right? And even if you don't choose to bring new life in this world, you want a partner that you actually can talk to and confide in, that brings the best out of you, you bring the best out of them, and then when the worst is coming in or out, they have your back in that as well. So it's a tough thing to navigate, but I think it's one of the conversations that if we're to make it anywhere, it's one worthwhile that we should start.
Everything starts with family.
It starts there,
And that's why we're going to end on the note of family. And I'm hoping to have another segment with you guys to mesh women and men to have a talk about family.
I don't know about
And I want to, no, we're going to do this. And I want to leave on a note how people often say they are a product of their environment. But I want you guys to think of being a product of your household. And thank you guys for all coming.
Yeah.
And that's something to think
See how
about.
we just did this?
Yeah.
Now, make sure the sisters know we disagreed. And we shake hands when we done.
Actually, we didn't disagree.
Shots.
There was times we didn't disagree. We had aspects in where we had differences.
There we go.
Exactly. Well, we had a lot of
when y'all come in the room,
Man.
We had a lot of harmonious agreements on just, what it means to be a black man in America in those villages. I will agree with that.
didn't have to disrespect you, didn't have to call you no crazy name.
They're throwing shots, y'all. They're throwing shots.
That's all I'm saying.
I enjoy stuff like that. That's
We
real
so
right
way better.
there, boy. Yeah, and that was dope because we need to have more of these type of discussions.
And that's a display of not letting emotions rule your life.
All right. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for tuning in. And have a great Sunday.
Yes, thank you for having me.